This is not breaking news. This is not a scandal. This is not about one person. But something is happening right now. Something quiet, something dangerous. And you wouldn't know it by the headlines. A system is quietly failing and it's happening in plain sight, but it's almost impossible to see. It's systemic, not personal. It's not about who is involved. It's about the fact that it's happening. It's about the mechanisms that are driving this failure forward beneath the surface without us even realizing it. And yet, if we don't confront it now, it will only grow. It will only spread. It's already infiltrating, changing the course of justice, eroding trust where we need it most. So let's break it down. Together, asterisk, asterisk, light CTA, asterisk, asterisk. If you're still with me, hit subscribe because what we're about to uncover, this goes far deeper than we think. So who controls this system? It's not the people you think. It's not the individuals you've been told to focus on. This isn't about one person, no matter how loud their name might be. This system is controlled by something much bigger. It's controlled by the unseen forces, those in power, far removed from the public eye, making decisions that affect the lives of millions. They don't need to be on the front page. They don't need to make speeches. What they do need is the ability to shape the rules from behind the scenes without scrutiny. The true power in this system lies in its mechanisms. Bureaucracies that are not designed to protect you, but to protect themselves. Policies that are not meant to help, but to cover up. When the very forces that should be holding others accountable are the ones hiding the truth, that's where the real corruption begins. This isn't a political fight. This is a structural one. And if you don't know who controls it, you're already at a disadvantage. Asterisk, 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 stick with me because this is just the start. If you're not seeing it yet, you will soon. You didn't notice it at first. That's the thing about slow changes. They don't scream for attention. They don't crash through the door. They slip in quietly, 1 inch at a time. Think back to when it all started. It wasn't a sudden shift. It wasn't a crisis. It was a series of small adjustments, one after another. At first, it felt insignificant. A new policy here, a new directive there. You told yourself it's not a big deal. But slow change is the most dangerous. It's a strategic erosion of trust, of values, of safeguards. Every time something shifted, it seemed small. Every time a rule was bent, it seemed justified. But now, we're left with a system that's fundamentally different from the one we thought we knew. And we let it happen. We let this change creep in until one day, it's too late to go back. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. What are we really sacrificing when we allow these quiet shifts to continue? Keep watching. You might not like what you find. So, what happens when that slow shift meets a crisis? What happens when the system's cracks finally break open? It wasn't supposed to be like this. But now, we have a real crisis unfolding, a crisis that you may have missed because it wasn't covered the way it should have been. A respected prosecutor, Joe Thompson, suddenly resigns from his position as the acting U.S. attorney in Minnesota. This isn't just a personal decision, it's a statement, a message to the very people who are pushing him to investigate the widow of a murdered U.S. citizen. A widow who, instead of receiving justice, is being targeted for her grief. Let that sink in. A widow is being investigated not for a crime, but for standing up against an injustice. And here's the twist. This isn't just about one case. It's a symptom of a much deeper problem. A problem so systemic, it's hiding in plain sight. This isn't a one-off resignation. Joe Thompson is just the latest in a growing list of Department of Justice professionals walking away. This is no longer about personal principles. It's about an institution collapsing under the weight of corruption. Asterisk, asterisk, light CTA. Asterisk, asterisk. You think this is just one person walking out? Think again. Now, let's break this down. This isn't about a few bad actors. It's about how the system is designed to operate, how it's working right now to protect those who benefit from it. Joe Thompson's resignation isn't a random event. It's the breaking point for someone who's witnessed the machinery in motion, a system that doesn't just ignore justice, it actively erodes it. Who benefits from this? The ones who can get away with it. The ones with the power to make the rules, manipulate the system, and when needed, turn a blind eye to the consequences. And who absorbs the damage? It's the people who are left vulnerable, the citizens who aren't in the room when decisions are made, the victims who are lost in the shuffle, the people who should have been protected, but instead are punished. That's how this works. It's a game where the winners never have to show their cards, and the losers never even get a chance to play. Asterisk, asterisk, light CTA, asterisk, asterisk. Do you understand the stakes here? Because this is just the beginning. Hold on tight. Things are escalating fast. Joe Thompson's resignation was just the beginning. Now the pressure's mounting. And it's not just a few individuals stepping back. This is bigger. Let's talk about Becca Good, the widow of Renee Good, who was murdered by an ICE agent. She's not just grieving, she's being criminalized for it. The system, instead of seeking justice for her wife, is using her grief as an excuse to destroy her. This is the world we live in now, where grieving widows are treated like criminals, while the ones who should be held accountable are protected. And it doesn't stop there. In Minnesota, the situation is spinning out of control. The Department of Justice is suppressing investigations, closing doors, hiding the truth, and the public left in the dark. They're trying to bury this, but they can't, because the truth always finds a way out. Asterisk, asterisk, light CTA, asterisk, asterisk. This fight isn't over, but it's about to get even more dangerous. Keep watching. We're just getting started. Let's bring this back to you. Imagine it's your loved one, your spouse, your partner, someone you care about more than anything in the world. And one day, they're taken from you. Not by an accident, not by illness, but by an ICE agent? An agent who, without cause, takes your loved one's life in a flash. And then, just when you think you've hit rock bottom, the system, the very one that should be fighting for justice, turns on you. The widow is investigated. Her grief, weaponized. Her fight for truth, criminalized. Becca Good has become a symbol for something much bigger than herself. She's standing in for all of us who've ever been crushed by a system that's supposed to protect us, but only protects the ones in power. This is what happens when the system fails. It not only harms the victims, it punishes those who seek to make it right. Asterisk, asterisk, emotional CTA, asterisk, asterisk. You know, this isn't just about one person, right? This could happen to any of us. Don't look away. This is no longer just a local issue. This isn't happening in a vacuum confined to Minnesota or any one state. The ripples of this failure are already reaching far beyond, and the world is watching. When an unjust system like this operates unchecked, it doesn't stop at state lines. It spreads, and that's what we're seeing now. The policies that allowed this to happen in Minnesota are now influencing the actions of agencies across the country. ICE is pushing further into communities, into states where it doesn't belong. And it's not just the US. The international community is taking note. The erosion of civil rights, the weaponization of grief, the systematic abuse of power, it's sending a signal to the rest of the world. This is how the US handles dissent now. This isn't just about one family. It's about what we're willing to let happen when we turn a blind eye. What happens in Minnesota today could be happening in your community tomorrow. Asterisk, asterisk, light CTA, asterisk, asterisk. The question is, how far is this going to go, and who's going to stop it? We're at a crossroads. This system, this failure, it can't continue forever. It's too broken, too fractured. So what happens next? Let's look at 3 potential paths. Asterisk, asterisk, path 1. Adjustment, asterisk, asterisk. This is the most hopeful. The system acknowledges its failures, makes changes, recalibrates. It listens to the people, to the whistleblowers, to the victims. It reforms, slowly but surely. But let's be honest, does that seem likely? Asterisk, asterisk, path 2, erosion. Asterisk, asterisk. More likely. Instead of fixing itself, the system erodes further. The cracks get wider. Accountability becomes a distant memory. The voices calling for change grow quieter as the system solidifies its hold. It gets harder to fight back, harder to find the truth. Asterisk, asterisk. Path 3, rupture. Asterisk, asterisk. And then there's the most extreme outcome. The system collapses. It breaks under its own weight, causing a massive rupture in the system's structure. When it all comes crashing down, it's everyone's problem. So, which of these paths will we take? The truth is, it's too early to tell. Asterisk, asterisk, light CTA. Asterisk, asterisk, but we're rapidly heading toward one of these futures. Stay with me because the next few years will decide it all. But one thing is certain. We cannot let this go unchecked. Whatever happens next, we have to face it together, and the future starts now. We are on the edge of something huge. This isn't just a passing story. This is the quiet storm that's been brewing under the surface for far too long. And if we don't act, if we don't start holding this system accountable, we'll be left to pick up the pieces when it all comes crashing down. No one can promise a clear resolution. The system is broken, and the paths ahead are uncertain. The question is, which future will we choose? Will we allow this to continue, to erode, to implode? Or will we take action and demand change? The choice is ours, but it won't be easy. So I'm asking you now, how far are you willing to go to make sure this doesn't become the new normal? Asterisk, asterisk, strong CTA, asterisk, asterisk. Don't let it be too late. If you're not already subscribed, do it now. And keep fighting, keep watching, because the truth doesn't wait.